So this is definitely going to be a very interesting match. Hopefully just as interesting as last match, or at least as close. I seem to be lagging slightly. But not everything. I guess not everything is completely loaded. Yes. So this is definitely gonna be very interesting, especially as we have Legion today. Nick is playing Legion. But we're starting with Diskraip opening as MLA with bots going metal, and I'm expecting air metal air, or at least I'm sorry, bots air. And there's air, and wow, we can take our time. We are not in any hurry, so there's second air, and maybe fourth bots. Well, we're still gonna take a look at Nick. Oh, vehicles again. Now we have Nick on the other side of the planet opening with a Walker Factory, which are of course Legion bots. We got Legion Air, and it looks like vehicles. So, and what we can expect from Nick is a fabric train coming out. So 3 fabrics all working together on all the metal. Let's take a quick look at the map, because what we have, this is pretty much the back of the map, which is a small pond with a island in there with some metal. We got some extra metal in the navy here. So navy here is can definitely do some nice things, especially if you can get some tier 2 navy here at the back, able to destroy the base on the platforms. We already see Diskraip aiming for a navy factory and a investigator moving to the back of the base. Oh, here, the placed, very nice placed. As long as there's no radar, no one will ever find it. We have the gunships from the Legion trying to take out Fabbers. Very nice, and now running away. Well, maybe you can even take out this Fabber. Is he? Oh, yes! These are some very nice Fabber picks from Nick. 2 Fabbers down. This very nice morale already paid himself back. Well, this is very bold place to build your radar. Let's take a look at the rest of the map. So in the middle we have this for metal. Actually you have to fly there to build there. So this is going to be a pelican drop with fabricators or maybe some air fabbers. Then on these plateaus around it you actually can get from the 4 platforms. So we'll expect some ducks ready to go over there to take those metal spots back. And the main armies are probably going to just pass across here, taking out these 4 metal spots on both sides, which is looking very exciting. So some ducks from Diskraip moving around, more raiding attempts from Nick, but in the meantime Diskraip is ready for it. And he is not having any luck, but with this investigator here he knows all. Especially, yeah, vehicles fourth. I would not have done that on this map. It's a bit more too open for that. Especially because you have to go to 2 sides. Yes, you want vehicles quickly because, well, how wide this even is. Yeah, vehicles are still a good push. Some raiding from Diskraip going on. Boombot. Oh, the Percher, of course. Well, very nice. And of course, a good advantage of the Percher that it jumps, giving it some safe travel time. Ooh, Morella trying to take out the Fabbers. No! 1 Fabber down, 2 Fabber down, but half left. But oh, it was supporting one of the other Fabbers, so it stopped building. This is... Nick might actually win that navy factory back. Well, we see he finally queued up his own naval factory. Air fabricator from Diskraip. A bit too... why not, right? It's quick. It can expand. And as long as it doesn't get shut down, you get free metal. And that's the fabric from Nick. In the meantime, Diskraip quietly taking or raiding Nick's expansions. Another air fabric taking the metal on the navy. Well, it's not a bad move, because it's gonna take time for it to get this navy up. Ooh, it hasn't stopped, but we can't see it building. This is very weird. Ooh. One bot moving up. Ooh, and Diskraip sees it on time. Or did he? No, he didn't see it. So the fabric is down. A very lucky move from Nick. Putting down the jackal here. Maybe I would have put it maybe more to the right, so you can secure this expansion and that expansion, and then take this one down as well. At least so this path is secure, but okay. Now let's idle with the fabrics. Okay, tier 2 vehicles coming out from Diskraip. Well, not unexpected, as he went for factory vehicles. He did put down an extra air factory to contest the air from Nick. Although he still has the advantage, so he shouldn't be in too much of a hurry. The navy from Nick is almost up. And advanced walker foundry. So these are advanced bots from Legion versus the tier 2 vehicles from MLA. Well, let's see how that trades and plays. Diskraip trying to at least, I think, do some raiding over here, trying to take us back, but he's not succeeding with the jackal there. Oh, we have one sub out from Diskraip, but the factory is destroyed. And two catfish, they are pretty strong against those subs, so I think Nick is gonna be fine on a navy for now. Although he could definitely use a naval fabricator to at least claim some stuff. And I'm still waiting for the fabricator drop on that island from either one of the spalers. New naval factory coming up from Diskraip. The levelers are out. Tier 2 fabricators are out. And Diskraip is doing some good job with the raiding from the air. And considering the air disadvantage of Nick, I wouldn't mind seeing some shredders up. Especially at spots like this. Yes, there's the shredder. He's trying to build it, but it's too late. Ooh, and that's all the air from Nick. This is not good for Nick. He might not make it without air superiority. So we should definitely invest more in the air. Let's see what he has in the air, because ooh, we already got 4 factories up, so that's pretty heavy investment compared to the 3 factories from Diskraip. But if he's trading badly, he's gonna need a lot more. And some extra jackals and patriots are definitely not gonna hurt Nick's chances in defending. Especially if you take a look at what Diskraip has on land though. Yes, maybe he has a small amount of doctors, a couple levelers, but no large armies. And that is something that Nick does seem to have. He seems to have larger groups of units. They're all bots, but still. It allows for a lot of land raiding. Well, Diskraip does have the air advantage. We can take a quick look at the army tab. We haven't done that today yet. So fabrics are the same. Nick has 2 more factories with them. Mobile units as well, but yeah. It's the air game, yeah. These bots from Nick are just gonna get shredded by levelers. And the air from Nick is getting shredded by the air from Diskraip. He has to do it with the navy. Yeah, getting some hover Navy is definitely maybe change the tide of this game. There's no defense here yet in the back. Here comes the radar and catapults. Yeah, now comes the defense up. He knows he can expect naval in the back of his base, so he's prepared. In the meantime, Diskraip pushing up. With a small army. But just as Nick, Nick, sneaky, passing by everything, trying to do some raiding. Although this laser turret, yeah, well, if he focuses it down, he should be fine, I think. No, it's not shooting at it, so he's just losing units. They're just out of range, I assume. Oh, definitely the Patriots. Small push from Nick over here. If he pushes through, could do some damage maybe. But the minefields, yes. And one thing is for sure, Nick isn't ready for the minefield. He's probably just gonna walk into it. Yeah. And that's a very nice win for Diskraip again. With about equal eco. Yes, the jiggers are out. And where are they gonna go? We can't see. And finally he's hitting the army. Well, Nick needs to hope that his tier 2 navy is gonna change the end of this game for him, as he's not at a very strong position. A bit behind in air, of course, still. But he does have his tier 2 eco up. Actually, eco-wise they are not that different yet, but this could change any minute, of course. Another push from Nick. It's gonna be met by those levelers there. He has mini-mans in there. Those should be very good against levelers and other vehicles. In the meantime, yeah, Nick did the fabric drop, very nice. Putting down a shredder to defend against the air from Diskraip. I would think that by now he needs at least 2 or 3 of those. Because Diskraip does have a large air force, although not many bombers. Or any bombers at all for now. Diskraip is finally able to push out. But Jaegers are there to stop him. Ooh. This push is... Let's see where this goes. He does have the orb weavers in there, so that's tier 2 anti-air, which is very powerful. But the miniman need to do the damage, really. And we see that leveler's still out of range, Sam. Ooh, yeah, this army just got shredded. But not by a shredder. What is this shredder doing? He's not doing anything. We see that Diskraip has a slight eco advantage at this moment. Let's take a look. Faber Snick, Factory Snick. Well, unit count almost equal, so this is going pretty good actually for both players. Let's take a look at the tier 2 factories. We've got tier 2 air from Diskraip coming out, so that's going to change the game maybe. 2 advanced vehicle fabbers. Juggernauts moving out. On the other hand, we've got advanced bot and 2 advanced bot factories. And Diskraip moving in. Ooh, that's again not completely favorable air trades. These Juggernauts are gonna should do great. I don't know what's killing them. Oh, Shellers are down. Feather down. This looks favorable, but more shellers coming in. And Widow Dogs is in front. Kestrels are there. Yeah, they have no anti-air support of air support, so these juggernauts are going to do some damage, but not for long. If the colonels come in, and there's one. Well, they did some damage. Nick ahead in eco, almost 100 metal, but he's floating it, so what is he going to do about it? Building an epoch. There's of course the Navy battleship. Well, from this range you could definitely do some damage, I believe, to this base. Pushing a Jaeger to the back. Yeah, it's not gonna work with the catapult there. So Nick really needs to do something about that catapult if he wants to win that. Or at least push up there. More Marauders. Just fighting those levelers. Well, yeah. They don't do enough damage to actually stop those levelers, so he needs to watch out that he doesn't attract the air game from Diskraip, which is just now going around the back of the planet doing some cleaning. It's a very, very quiet match, but also pretty close. A lot of the game is still in the air. The match is being played in the air. Ooh. Another Jaeger moving out. Shellers down. And Diskraip disconnects. Oh, that was unexpected. Yeah, you can put the question mark down, but nobody's gonna tell you what's going on. So in the meantime, while we wait, let's take a look at what Diskraip is doing, because he's getting his third tier 2 air factory up. So he's going very heavy into the Kestrels. He knows he has the air game. He knows he's solid, so he's just probably gonna get more and more Kestrels in there, and slowly eat away from every attack that's coming in. Because at some point, even the tier 2 anti-air from Legion is not gonna be enough to stop those Kestrels. Let's see what Nick is doing. Anything new? Well, he definitely needs to get more tier 2 up. He's floating the metal, get more tier 2 fibers out, and build more factories. He's gonna need it. And it wouldn't be crazy to have been more early on with some combat fabricators to reclaim those trees, so he has the space to actually build stuff down there. It's really gonna speed things up. While Diskraip is recovering from a game crash, we should be almost ready. And the game has begun again. And this is, yeah, the tier 2 air from Diskraip. Yeah, a Shredder do some nice damage against kernels, but yeah, with enough kernels of Kestrels, I mean, it's not gonna matter. Ooh! That did not seem like completely unfavorable for Nick, although he has no air left. It's the only downside. Ooh. And that's a waste of the Nova bombs. Nova. AoE Nova. Here, very nice investigator placed. Nick clearly still advantage ahead in eco. The epoch is out. Nice. What kind of a range do we have? Yeah, so we outranged the catapult with the epoch. So if he knows where it is, he just focus it down so he can move closer and take down the rest of the base. Yeah, he is focusing it down. The air's coming in and there's not enough anti-air. Well, the second air, he really needs to build more of those anti-air ships. I actually don't know the name, we can look it up. Talos, we need more Talos for the epoch. Because the epoch is of course very powerful, but without air support. Diskraip can just take it down. This is an interesting thing to keep an eye on. Let's take a look at what else is going on the map. Small armies there, nothing really going on, just some movement. The epochs are retreating because, yeah, no anti-air. But it seems that the anti-air ships are grouping together. And that's really going to be painful for Diskraip. He really needs to think about how he's going to stop that. Because he knows the epochs are coming back. He knows there's going to be anti-air support. But what is he going to do about it? It's a very difficult situation. And this is something that has already been discussed by some community members. Like the epoch, the moment you get that with anti-air support, it's almost impossible to stop. Especially because this anti-air is so damn powerful. And we're noticing that Diskraip is really pushing out the eco to the sides. Here, almost at the center, or the equator of the planet. So it's a good time for Nick to push back. The epochs are pushing up. Nick is floating metal, so he really needs to start investing that metal. Oh, the epochs. Are they doing their thing? I want to see it. Before I believe it. They're in range, so they should be able to fire. What are they seeing? I guess Nick can't see anything there. Oh, he can. While we wait for them to fire. What's going on? Nick pushing out 2 small armies, 3 small armies. He took down the defenses here. This is a lost battle. This army can just be shut down from below. It's also not good. It's good, but maybe with no movement still. Diskraip pushing out. Air's gonna take down the Jaeger. We're noticing a lot of lancers in this army, and no longer the damn, how are they called? They should be here. Nope. We have of course the more buffy bots that are supposed to absorb the damage. This is a very nice defense from Nick. Let's take a look what's going on in the north. Nick pushing out slowly. I don't know if the minimen are supposed to take out defensive. Ooh! That's looked like an air snipe. Let's take a look. What is going on? There comes the air. And this is what happens when you don't have tier 2 anti-air without air. Well played by Diskraip. Although slightly behind, slowly getting pushed back because of his air advantage. He won the game. Well played by both players. It was a very, very close match.